Entering a new contact is a very simple process. As you can see, I've already logged in and I'm on the default screen of my day where you can get a summary of your day. And the first thing I'm going to do today is I have a new customer. So I'm actually going to want to put them in the system right away so we keep everything up to date. And so along the top here, we have all of these icons over on the right-hand side. I'm going to click on the star. And then I'm going to click on the plus sign next to my links. And right there is my new contact entry form. Now, every entry form is going to look a little differently as far as the details are concerned based on your team and your personal preferences, because these are customized for each one of you, but generally they are the same. So you may have some additional fields on your contact form or may not have everything that I'm showing you today, but it is the same process. In very quick summary, all you are going to do is fill in all of the required information. Everything that is required has an asterisk next to it. And then on the very bottom of the page, as you scroll down, you're just going to click Save, and then our new contact record will open up. You also have the option to click Save and add another person. So when you have your 10 new customers today, you can enter all 10 of them at the same time. I'm just going to go over a few things on the contact entry form. We do require an email address simply to get as much information as we possibly can. And for some of you, it may be opposite. We may be requiring a phone number instead of an email, but usually it's pretty easy to have an email, even if all you have is their Facebook email address. You can enter that here. If you don't have an email address and only have a phone number, just enter, a sample kind of dummy account, no email at noemail.com. That would be just fine. Or you can even enter your own email address, and that way there's something filled in. In fact, I'm going to go back there real quick. This is going to show up underneath asking if you have permission to send marketing to this address. That is just Infusionsoft's way of protecting our customers and protecting the software as well from being known to spam people. We don't want that to be included. Down here we have a lead source. So where did this lead / customer in this case come from? In this case, this was a referral from another customer, and the first name I'm going to use is Joe. And then we are going to go ahead and fill in a phone number and so forth. And then we also have a contact type. And so what is this contact? Is it a prospect? Is it a premier customer, distributor? Or is it just somebody that's a resource for you that you like to refer to, or possibly even your upline? In this case, it's a premier customer. And I'm going to enter a zip code here. Okay, then we go down to this section, which is called forming and gems. If you're not familiar with these terms, it's actually a communication concept, technique, I should say, communication technique developed by Dani Johnson. If you want to know more, you can visit her website, danijohnson.com, D-A-N-I. And it is just a technique that I personally like to use in all aspects of life, and much of our team uses it as well. So we have put this in here, record details about their family, their occupation, what they like to do for fun. And when we know all of those details, not only is it great to recall in a quick conversation with them, but also we know what message to deliver to them. Are they looking for less hours? Are they looking to take the kids to Disney World? You know, a little bit of what is their dream? How can we help them see their why? And then their gems is really a personality communication technique as well. And that can be found on DannyJohnson.com as well. Organizational information, we have sponsors. So who sponsored them? In this case, Missy Brown has sponsored Joe, but Missy is not active. So there's somebody else that's going to be following up with Joe. Missy just does not do a lot with the business. She's not building a business. And so Lou is actually going to be assigned as Joe's team lead. And that way we are sure that somebody who is very active in the business is going to be responsible for communicating with this new contact. And then you can fill in, Joe is, Missy's level 1, and Joe is Lou's level 2, and we can go on down the line here. We can put in Al, and we can put in Phoebe. Make sure you put last names in as well, and make sure you're using the correct spelling just to help maintain database integrity as you're filling these in. You don't have to fill them at all. I would encourage you to fill in the sponsor and the team lead. That's very helpful when you're doing searches within the program, but filling in the rest is completely your preference. This is a few ways that we can group or categorize your contacts. So also for future, when we want to do searches, if you want to look for all of your chiropractors, or if you want to find everybody that has cancer or suffers from anxiety and depression, we can select these things right here, and we'll be able to search on them later, and it will just make searching very quick and grouping your people together. Maybe Dr. Troy is going to be doing a call, and we want all chiropractors possible to be on there. We're going to search for the chiropractors and send them a special message referring to the call coming up. And if you want to select more than one, just hold your control key down and you can select as many as you would like. And then this also, if you ever want to, this is really important. If you ever want to be searching on, I want to send something to all of my first 3 levels or my first 5 levels, this is going to help us in that search aspect. So this contact is what is this to you? Level 2 in this case. And if they're obviously a lead, this is something you'll add later. But for right now, we know that this is a new customer, and so we know that information. And then down here we have the follow-up plans, manual follow-up plans, automated follow-up plans. You'll see some automated depending upon your team, but the manual follow-up plan is good for everybody. Essentially what this does is it puts them on a series of touches that you are going to be automatically reminded to do. The reason it's called manual follow-up is because the emails will not go automatically. You will have to actually press the button to send the email. Many people appreciate this because that gives you a chance to review what's actually going out to the customer. And also maybe you ran into them into the grocery store yesterday, and so the email that would have been sent out is no longer relevant, or you want to change the content a little bit. So this is automatically going to remind you to follow up. But it is not going to automatically send emails. So in this case, we're going to put this new customer on the Premier Customer Manual Follow-Up, and that way she won't slip through the cracks. After a week or 2 or even a month has gone by, we'll still be staying in touch with them. And then I'm going to click Save. And as I do that, as the system's working here, it's going to take me to her full contact record that we just created, where you can enter more information. If you want to enter their X number, their password, whether or not they use e-wallet, all of that is here. So I just encourage you to go ahead and click around on these a little bit. These last 3 fields you're really not going to use at all. But go ahead and click around anyway on all of these things and just kind of see what they are. And if you have any questions, we are here to help. You can always email us at admin@zangmybiz.com. And we will gladly do what we can to help you out and answer any of your questions. And also if you have any suggestions to make it easier for you to use. Thanks for watching.